Hey you! I am so excited to talk about today's topic. Today, I went out and actually got some feedback from some individuals of what they're struggling with on Pinterest. And one of the things that came back repeatedly was, how the heck does someone in direct sales actually use the platform for their business? So I get it. It's really easy sometimes to take the images that the company provides to you or share their content or share your products. But basically when you do that, what you're doing is you're putting out an advertisement. So it would be no different than you just putting out a product on there in a Facebook ad and then hoping people come in and purchase from it. Today, what we're going to be talking about is a couple different ways, or 4 different things really, that you need to do to make sure that Pinterest works for your direct marketing business or MLM or whatever you want to call it. We're going to cover 4 things in this live stream. So one of the questions that I get, like we just said, was how do I make this work for direct sales so that it's not just advertisements? And so for those of you in this group that may not know me, I am Laura. I am a Pinterest strategist and a social media manager, and I help entrepreneurs and bloggers use simple, sustainable systems to increase their leads and sales without the tantrums over tech and trading sleep for success. Sounds pretty good, right? So the biggest thing I'm going to dive right into, number 1, is make it personal and brand it. This is the biggest common misconception for those who jump into Pinterest marketing for their business, is that they're going to go on and set up a Pinterest account and a profile for their business. But when they do so I'm going to reference Young Living today just because I know Young Living, I have sold to and still have an active account with Young Living. And so that's kind of how I'm going to reference these things, but you can insert any company that you are personally with, okay? So for me, the common misconception for me would be to go to Pinterest and set up a profile and say, like, Laura Rike, Young Living independent distributor, or essential oils direct seller, or things like that, okay? So when they first go to your profile, what is it that it says? On my profile, I've changed it a few times, but basically it's the Pinterest expert, social media strategist, those kind of things, because that's what I focus on. Now, for those of you in direct sales, you do not want to go to Pinterest and set up this account saying that you are an independent distributor of Young Living or whatever, insert your business here, because people are going to, 1, either negatively be turned off from it, because as a direct seller or a network marketer or an MLM business, you already are going against the grain of the stigma that MLM is not a business, that you can't make it, that you're going to spam people, that all you care about is money, getting your products, you name it. There are so many different stigmas out there with direct sales that if you put that right away in your headline of your profile, it's going to be an instant turnoff for a lot of people. And they're going to be like, oh, nope, can't connect with her because XYZ. I don't want to get spammed. I'm not interested in those products. I may not know about Young Living and I don't even want to look into it because I already know that it's a direct marketing business. And so that's one of the biggest things with your profiles, is you want to actually provide value in the name up front so that people will come to you knowing that you can provide information for them. And so you want to start off by saying, like, my name is Laura, and I help people with X, Y, and Z. Like, I am on a mission to provide the most value in the health and wellness industry that I can possibly provide so that you can lead a holistic lifestyle, something like that. Maybe it's along the lines of holistic, maybe it's along the lines of health and wellness. It really depends on what the industry is and what your niche is. So you want to make sure, even though you most of you may know that you need to provide value up front, you want to be sure that it's also in your profile name, because that's a huge thing, you guys. If you don't do that, again, you're going to already be hitting that brick wall. And this is one of the things that my 10-year-old and I have been going through is when you are, I'll relate it to emotional, but it's also in marketing as well. So like if he is very frustrated about something emotionally already, me coming up there and being logical with him, I'm going to hit that brick wall because I am hitting a wall of emotions and he can't see past that. It's the same thing in marketing. If you put up this wall, I'm in direct sales or I'm in network marketing, there are going to be a lot of people that hit that wall. And then you're going to struggle to get past that with them to show them that you are trying to help them and you are providing that value, okay? So make it personal and brand it, okay? With your names, with what value you provide to them, how you can help them, and so on. The next thing that I want you guys to think about is Pinterest is not a social media platform. So if you've been with me for a while, you know this already. I tell this to anyone and everyone who will listen. Pinterest is not a social media platform. I'm just going to let you guys sit with that for a second. It is a visual search engine. You can actually rank on Google or Yahoo or Bing or any of those with your Pinterest account for anything that you put on there if you're doing it correctly. It's one of the easier platforms to do this with. And I'm not going to say you can't with Facebook, because if you go to Google, you will see Facebook pull up for their pages. But for the individual pins and content and profile, you have so many options to be found online with this visual search engine over a social platform like Twitter or Instagram or Pinterest, or I'm sorry, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook, okay? So don't use it like social. Now, what does that mean? I'm not saying don't go in there and repin other people's content, comment on their things. That's still something that you need to do, but don't go in there expecting to start a full conversation with someone like you would on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or things like that. Go in there using it like SEO, okay? You want to focus on the key terms. You want to focus again on that value that you're going to be bringing them, and you want to focus on the content itself. Make it searchable, okay? So make it something that people will find easily so that it can be put on Google and it can be put on Yahoo and things like that. So that's going to be, again, that name. If I don't know that you are with Young Living, or I don't know anything about Young Living, maybe, I'm not going to go to Google and type in Young Living to learn more about the holistic lifestyle. So you have to change how you think about it. And instead of focusing on the social aspect of the platform, because it's very minimal to this platform, you need to think about the content and the keywords that you would be using to provide that value to these individuals, okay? So the first one was make it personal and brand it. The second one is do not please use it as a social platform. Use it like Google. Use it like a visual search engine platform, because that's what it is. The third thing is going to be business accounts. So I wanted to quickly go over with you the pros and cons of having a Pinterest business account over having a personal account, okay? I just want to quickly talk to you about the benefits of having a Pinterest for Business account. The first thing that I want to tell you, though, is if you are using Pinterest as a part of your marketing to make a living, whether you're driving traffic to a blog or whether you're driving traffic to an affiliate link, whatever it is, you need to have a business account because it is required. It is something that they require in their business terms of services. And so you want to look that up. They do have it right on the website where it does say commercial use of Pinterest. And this is a quote direct from them. So I am reading their actual terms of service, but it says commercial use of Pinterest. If you want to use our products for commercial purposes, you must create a business account and agree to the business terms of service. Now, that is something I want to stress to you guys because it is very, very important that you follow the terms of service of the platform, okay? So if you are using it in any way, shape, or form to bring in an income or grow your business or any terms of your marketing, then absolutely you need to have a business account. Now, why would you want to have a business account? Let's focus on a couple of the benefits, okay? So one, it's free, right? You don't have to pay anything to be on a business account. It's 100% free. And you don't actually have to create a business account from scratch. You can convert the account you have right now, if it's personal, to a business account in just a couple of clicks. So not hard to be able to do that, okay? The second benefit is you're going to look more professional in your account. You get access to the business name section. And so your business or blog name, as well as a ton of keywords that you want in that business name section, are going to be available to you. You will also be able to stand out now because the third benefit leading into this is rich pins. So if you have a business account, you'll be able to start using rich pins, and this helps your pins stand out and look more trustworthy because they have more of that information about who you are, and it adds extra details from your website and your products and things like that, okay? The fourth benefit is you get to do promoted pins. I'm going to be bold. If you know me, I say this to everybody. I think promoted pins on Pinterest is going to surpass anything that you can do on Facebook. I think it's kind of the underdog right now. So not only do you get lower cost conversions, but there's not a lot of competition on there, so you can get seen over other people. It works a lot like Facebook or Twitter ads. And they do have updates that they just started doing where you can do carousel ads, you can do conversion ads for sales, things like that. So it's really, really great benefit of having a business account. And then the last benefit I see over having a personal versus business account is you get the analytics behind things, okay? So you get to see what your viewers are doing, if they're clicking through, if they're saving, if they're repinning, what's happening, what content they're consuming, and what they like the most. So those are kind of my pros for having a business account, okay? The last thing that I want to quick cover for you guys that will help you tremendously in terms of using Pinterest for direct sales is the keywords and the value versus an advertisement. If you are a direct seller or have a direct sales business that you work with, MLM, independent distributor, you want to focus on the keywords and the value, right? When you take, say, again, we're going to go back to Young Living. When you take the website that you're provided and you pin maybe a roller ball that they have, and it's a mix of a couple different oils, and you pin it to your account, it's going to, one, kind of be more of a turnoff because it's like you're just spamming them with products and you're not telling them why they should care about these products. Like, we need to lead with the value, lead with how it's going to change their life, how it's going to improve their life, why it would improve their life, like the benefits, and also how it's going to take away pain, if anything. So you want to, I always talk to people about provide value or take away pain, and that's how you should structure your content. So if you're going to do that, when as a direct seller, you begin to market on Pinterest, I'm not sure if it comes from the uplines or where it comes from, but it is common for a lot of them to just go through their website and click pin on all the products and put it onto a board. And that's actually a huge turnoff for your followers. So you want to be creative with your products and create that desire of value. So you want to look at different ways to be able to provide them information and get them to know you and get them to then be more interested in what you have to offer. So if you only have a board about your products or your company, it can be reacted to negatively, that it's more self-serving, and they'll just tune out to it. One of the ways that you can get through this is you can actually turn around and post maybe tidbits on how to store wellness products. Maybe they're holistic products. How do you store them so that they last longer? Maybe it's DIY board, how to DIY your own cleaning solution for your dishwasher. Maybe it's gone through and seen its better days. Then in those links, you would obviously provide the value of, this is what I would use. And then you're going to have if you need these products or if you need this for what I suggest, go ahead and let me know. And I'd love to help you out. So that way, when you're doing it, you're providing the value, but you're also letting them know that you can help them and you are there to help them through this journey as well. Okay? So even though you are in direct sales does not mean that you cannot use Pinterest for your business. It does not mean that you can't post the products to your Pinterest account. They do have a play in it, but you need to focus and switch the mindset that you have about the platform so that you can actually include that piece of the puzzle, like I said, and make sure that you are leading with that valuable information to get that pinner to trust you so that you have the open door to be able to let them know what you do have to offer when they've gotten to that point. So if you go to laurarike.com/Pinterest coach, there's more information there for you. And as always, you guys, if you have questions, whether you're still here with me live or catching the replay, don't hesitate to type them in the comments. I will come back and I would love to help you through this journey of Pinterest for business. All right, thanks guys.